You're playing
major,
A major, then you got to
but
play in C
then-
major.
Yeah. So,
really?
But that's
but then it's like this
But
is
you're chording like some kind of like F major 7 or
Yeah.
something at the second chord, right? Or something?
like
Does that?
this is
Right, but
completely
what
different
if-
from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to just that's A, and then you're going to an F.
But then if you use like depending on how you're playing the whatever over it, you're not going to be playing in F, which is kind of the
Why? What are you going to be playing over it?
you play in C major.
Oh.
Yeah.
This happens in fusion
Yeah.
jazz, like rock fusion jazz. They'll this could be like the chord progression there. Like the guy soloing. And then when you switch to F, all the intervals change towards
All in C.
like how it almost sounds completely different, but then they work with each other even. It's like the
You just find the crossover.
Yeah, you're just switching
Yeah.
between keys.
I guess what it comes out to is your soloing or whatever you play over it is going to determine what it should be, I guess. I don't know.
It's like probably challenging for people that are used to playing in one key, right?
Like,
it's like figuring out phrase by phrase. Like you're gonna say something in this part, and then you're gonna say something in that part, and then like how do you connect these things?
Yeah. So if you just play those back and forth. No, like play the exact voicing. Like you can't land on certain notes. In between the changes, it's like you have to land on the root note of the real chord to make it sellable, I guess. See, like landing there, it doesn't work. know. That wasn't supposed to be in there.
Yeah, I kind of liked it though. It was like, oh, getting spicy at the end.
Oh, that's maybe a better voicing for it. Yeah, anyways, that was experimental.
That was cool. We have some really gorgeous new customs in, huh?
From Petaluma, California, technically, but with the heart of Hawaii.
Corey, tell us more about these ukes.
So, Joel has actually been in touch with this luthier, I guess, for some time now. Joel sent him over some strings to use on his new builds, and Joel at first saw, I think it was his Instagram channel. Joel's like, oh my goodness, this uke, I guess, caught his eye one day when he was looking through Instagram. Then looked up more of this guy, realized like, wow, this guy does really good work. So Joel, I think, has been in communication with him for at least the past few months. And funny that I think it was today, Joel was just talking about this guy, and then Joel didn't even know he was coming, right? A couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Something.
Because I told him today, and he was like, yeah, it was just... He was like, man,
So,
it's cool.
I just met him today, and he's from here originally, but moved up to California, Petaluma to be specific. And he was working as a...
Kawai Carvalho.
What was he working as before he started getting into building?
Yeah, I think from what he was telling me. So,
Software engineer?
grew up here, kind of punk rock, joined a punk rock band, like moved to San Francisco, and then yeah, I think before this he was doing video editing.
Oh, video editing.
Yeah, and in 2019, his wife, who was pregnant at the time, passed away from a heart attack, and it kind of just like shook his life, and number of events led him to just delve into this passion of ukuleles and building, especially, which blows me away, because like in a few years' time, I'm looking at his attention to detail, routing for binding, and you know, miter joints are like really good. He's gotten into advanced bracing patterns. It's kind of like, what? Get out of here. He's, you know, obviously, and he's really passionate. This to him is like more than trying to make a living. It's like trying to
do something, create art.
Yeah, create
different.
art, make something beautiful.
Express himself through his instruments.
Yeah, totally.
That's kind of what I got from just hearing his conversations and stuff.
I mean, ultimately,
really nice story.
Too, he knew that he needed something where he could watch his two kids and do it at the same time. So his garage turned into this workshop, and he could kind of just shift between those things and do everything he needed. I don't know, talking to him today, I was kind of like, it was kind of emotional. I was like, wow. Let's go over these one by one, and maybe we'll start with Clay's.
Oh, yeah. So, this is the first time that I am trying out his work, and just pulling out of the case, or just opening the case up, I was like, whoa, what is this? It looks pretty crazy. We got beautiful, super curly koa for the whole entire body. Not just the back, the sides, and the top, but also the neck as well. Incredible piece of work. I really like how he used... we were saying that this was actually live edged.
Yeah.
So for the sound hole, instead of it having a traditional shape, like a circle to it, he has like a live edge that's coming down the sapwood in the center of this beautiful instrument. We got Koa top and bottom binding, side port, like I said, Koa neck, slotted headstock, Grover tuners, and I think it's a 12-inch radius on the fretboard as well. And if you look at the fretboard, it's pretty cool. They're only making a limited number of fretboards like this. This is going to be discontinued by the end of 2022. So by the end of this year, they're no longer going to be offering these types of fretboards. What it is actually a very nice inlay of, I think it was Lanikai or Kailua Beach during sunrise. As you can see, we got different types of woods and different shades and colors. And I think the clouds, and this might be the moon or the sun over here. I think it's crushed mother of pearl. And it's really nice. I mean, I think this might be one of the first or few times that I actually get to see crushed mother of pearl up close. If I have, I probably wouldn't have known it, but I do know now. And this is all in a nice satin finish, very beautiful. It feels comfortable to play. We got a 0 fret over here, which is not a very common thing. We're seeing more and more custom luthiers do this on their builds nowadays, so hopefully it does become more common soon. Good tone, very beautiful work.
Let's hear it.
So let me just try something. All right.
There's levels of that live edge, you know. This has perfect sap on
Yeah.
both sides. And then, you know, if that wasn't next level enough, he didn't just do a regular book match. Would obviously be easier to just cut them in half. But, you know, razoring off that sap as it leaves the one edge and then killing me.
How long did this take to build?
I don't know. Come in.
You good, bro?
Shishi break. What do you think of the sound, Clay?
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's very it's warm. I know these are fluorocarbon strings.
I think they're Uke Logic because Joel told me he's been buying his.
Yeah, I was like, wow, why does these
I know
feel
that
so
one for
familiar?
sure is with Uke Logic strings.
Wait, do these Ukes actually sound good or is it the string?
Whoa!
No, I mean, you pair it with a good set of strings, it brings out all of the ukulele.
Yeah, but you know, it's like strings are just different flavors at the end. You know, a good
Pretty
uke
much.
is the.
That's the
the meat.
dough.
Yeah.
And then the strings are kind of like the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could be the sauce.
Oh yeah,
That makes the whole
there we
dish.
go. Super saucy.
Secret sauce.
I mean, I would call this a saucy ukulele.
Yeah, that is definitely a saucy uke.
Start recording.
So the uke that I have in my hands, this is number 51.
Oh, by the way, the one Clay was playing was number 50. Why it's so special?
Oh yeah, so special. But yeah, don't forget about these necks or the fingerboards. Get them while you can.
Yeah.
So
I will.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll
Get 'em.
try my best.
So Khalid had number 50. I have number 51. And it was actually just completed, I think, right before he flew over here.
Wow.
If I heard him correctly. So this one doesn't have a slot head. It's a little bit of a more traditional looking build without the inlays and stuff. Still a beautiful looking ukulele because it has really curly wood, especially on the back and sides. And the fretboard. This is one of my favorite, I guess, exotic woods, and it's on the fretboard. This is Zero Cote on here. Really cool touch to the whole thing. It has a brighter and lighter looking kind of theme. The darker fretboard always looks nice against that. So on the top, at first, I thought, oh, really nice cedar top instrument. And they're like, no, this is a torrefied spruce top. And if you look at it, it can easily be mistaken for a cedar. I mean, it's almost the same color. Usually you can tell between a regular cedar top and a torrefied spruce top. You can tell, like, all right, those grain lines and thicknesses, even the coloring too. Like, that's a spruce top. That's a torrefied spruce top. But this one, yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it is a little
Like,
more hard to
Doesn't it look...
It doesn't look like spruce from here.
Even the grain. If you told me it was cedar, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
And then...
But it does look like spruce now that you tell me that.
yeah, you look like, all right, I get it.
It's cooked a little.
So this is a really nice touch too. Rosettes that don't have purfling lines. This one doesn't. This is a really nice coal wood. You got a good contrast in colors because it's dark here, and you got some of the sapwood in there. So very nice touch. I believe the saddle or the bridge piece here, this is the same material as the fretboard, which is Zero Cote. Let's look at the back and sides. This is really curly mango. And with mango, it's a little bit more of a soft-spoken kind of wood, but it's very sweet, very clear. Can be very warm, too. This is a nice pairing. These two woods, spruce and mango, you get not a super powerful sound, but something that's really pleasant to your ear, and the notes that, especially if you do these open, notes that have this really nice dissonance to them. It rings in a certain way, which is something you don't get with most woods. I was playing earlier this weird this chord really kind of just jumped out for some reason. And I compared it with the other one. I was like, yeah, this one has a pretty special voice to it. Anyways, really nice radius fretboard. This is a very comfortable one. Binding, sorry, before that. We got Koa on the binding. Kaya mahogany.
If you're gonna do a volute, like, that's how to do it. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes it's too aggressive or just like too much.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's subtle.
Perfect shape too. Sometimes, yeah, it is like a Florentine cutaway. 0 fret as well. These come with, I'm pretty sure these are the high tension uke logic strings. Anyways, you got Koa on the faceplate and backplate. Really curly Koa. It's got the logo for the Coast Ukulele brand. And these come fitted with some of our favorite tuners. This is the Goto UPT tuners in gold hardware and black buttons. So, yeah, gorgeous ukulele. This is satin finished. It's not like your standard satin. This one's a little bit softer, and it's all done by hand, which is cool. So check it out. Super sweet.
So nice. So we're super stoked on these Coast ukuleles.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully this is just the first feature of many. I think it is.
He was saying too, he's like, I would love to build for you guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
give us
That'd be
3
awesome.
a month.
All right. So let us know what you guys think about those. Next, we had a young man scheduled for tonight, and then Kawai stopped by, and we had to feature these. But next, we're gonna feature a young man that we're proud of. We've seen him kind of come up, and yeah, check it out. Stay tuned.
solid.
Yeah, that was okay. That was good.
That was a good take.
Kapono Wong,
Yes, sir.
thanks for coming down.
Oh, thank you for the invite.
So, Kapono, tell us more about yourself.
So, from what I heard, when I was around 2 years old, I had hearing impairment. And so, after I had my surgery for that, I picked up the ukulele at the age of 5, and that is also when my parents forced me to take after-school ukulele classes. So that is, yeah,
So it's like the beginning of the journey from there.
pretty much.
Yeah?
That was 15 years ago. 15.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Hey.
My math is correct.
14 or 15, yeah.
So what made you keep it up? Like when you started, like what got your interest? Because normally when you try something new in the beginning, it's always difficult
Yeah.
and it can be frustrating to understand something new. So what was it that kept you going?
Yeah, I think Toccata was a song that got me going.
Oh, nice. From the second Pure Art album.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the second one.
A friend of-
Two.
Yeah, a friend of mine was doing the little toccata part, the little riff,
Yeah.
and I was like, "How'd you do that? Wait, what was that?"
I see. That's how. That's what my friends. We used to go and learn these new songs. That was one of the songs that we used to play like every day. We used to.
There's
we-
such
we
an exciting
played it
energy
out,
to
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can you play it faster?" I'm like, "Yeah." We go back and forth, and now strings break, and people get frustrated, and
Yeah,
It's a good thing only the strings break. The ukulele is still
not the
intact.
friendship. The friendship was still very strong, but yeah, that was one of the songs we used to go back and forth and playing all the time, and then one was body surfing. And
oh yeah, Body Surf was like the second one I listened to.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's all on the same CD, too. That's
pretty
cool.
much.
it was. I keep thinking body surfing was on the first album.
No, that was Europa.
It was Europa.
I think it was Europa. Wow, you can tell we're pure heart geeks. 'Cause, like,
That was the songs we started off with. So.
Tell us about the first time you met Jake.
So the first time I saw Jake was, I can't remember which ukulele festival. I think it was at 47.
That's pretty recent. Yeah.
Or no. Sorry, not. What was it? Was it 44? I think. I don't know. I can't really remember. Like, but it was one of the ukulele festivals. I saw Jake and he was featured, and I tried to go up to him, but it gets super crowded around Jake, and then he had to go. So I didn't get the chance to meet him in person.
Yeah, he's
But-
usually in and then out.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. Until I got invited by my neurologist, who was very close to Jake because the wife's his
That's
wife is
right,
doctor
yeah.
too, and so since my neurologist and Jake are super close, he invited me to go see Jake at a private concert that Jake was putting up for the family of autistic children, and so that's when I interacted with Jake for the first time. Oh, not really, yeah, somewhat. But, yeah, that's when he called me up, and that's when,
You guys got to play together?
he-
pretty much.
Did he he showcased you? He's like, all right, here's my good friend Kapono, and you get to play in front of people and stuff.
Not really. He did it a little different. He kind of did like a shout out, almost. He said like, oh, I see a boy with a blue jacket and has a Kamaka ukulele, and then I turned around and I'm like, where? Yeah, so and that's when he called me up, and then we jammed toccata.
Oh, nice.
I think Miserlou, but I was awful at the time, so
It's not easy pieces.
Yeah.
Those are very hard pieces.
yeah.
That's cool, though. That must have been inspiring.
Yeah, it helped me a lot in getting out more, coming out of my shell, and being able to perform in front of people.
You know how many times I got to play with Jake? 0 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Same here. Only a Nam.
Oh,
That still counts. I only got to
We
talk
talk
story with him
story,
for like 30 seconds.
see him at gatherings, but we just hang out and just kind of like cruise, never jam.
oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Maybe some of our fans will message him to come on our podcast.
Yeah,
and you guys could jam.
you could see Corey and I jam with Jake if he's here with us on the podcast.
Yeah. No, he said he would do it too, but then it's just
He's gonna be like,
I haven't scheduled it.
He's gonna show up. Sorry guys, I forgot my uke.
We got you.
Yeah, but he's like, sorry, I only play my Kamaka.
Well, we have 40 Kamakas behind.
Yeah, I know.
True.
Take your pick.
I mean, that'd be awesome if he's on here.
Talk about this gorgeous Kamaka with your signature on it.
Oh, this is the. I forget what model.
Custom.
Yeah,
Custom.
it's well to them. They tell me it's not really a custom. It's more like but I call it like a semi-custom.
It would be HF3D2I with a extra inlay, I guess.
Probably.
And
With
I'm
the,
pretty sure it's master grade Koa wood, right?
I believe
At
so. With the
least.
mother pearl.
It's a different mother
inlay.
of pearl. Yeah, that's super nice.
Oh, thank you.
How long did you wait for that one to be made?
Probably about several months, I believe.
Really?
That's a record.
Yeah.
So everybody seems to wait a couple years.
Yeah. Anywhere from 3 to 5.
No, but that's what he's saying. It's like more of just
Yeah.
the top of the line regular Kamaka with the inlay.
Yeah, pretty much. Because Casey Kamaka would be the one who make the custom itself, right?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
He's the guy that you're gonna wait 6 or 10 years for. Or something.
Yeah.
But
Greatness takes time.
beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. You
Thank you.
talk about some more of your gear. What strings you use?
Oh, I use the. This is actually the Kamaka has these strings. I think it's like the nylon. These are like the nylon Jake nylon strings that I use. Yeah, that I request for.
Really?
Jake,
Is there
Jake
a
strings.
set that we're not carrying?
I know
No,
that they
it's just-
have one
It's the clear
particular.
set.
Yeah, it's like the J71s or something.
But it's basically just the J71s.
I think so.
Pretty much.
If I'm not mistaken. I don't know what kind of secrets they have going on, but
Or the EJ65T.
or the
from
EJ650,
Daddario.
yeah.
Huh. I have to ask them about that.
No, they get them from Daddario.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But if they package them with Jake's name on it, it'll sell.
Can we have
Oh, yeah,
some?
that's true. But they don't have Jake's name on it yet.
Oh, really?
So that would be cool if they actually did put it on.
Yeah. But I think these are like the strings that Jake uses, so that's why they call it the Jake strings.
Makes sense.
So who's your favorite ukulele player?
Mainly Jake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Khalid.
He's everybody's favorite ukulele. He's my ukulele favorite. Sorry, Corey.
Clay is my favorite.
He makes me feel
But I do
bad.
learn a lot of your Kalei's techniques, like the slide. Yeah, I keep watching all your covers and all that.
Oh no, thank you. I will try to cover some of his stuff, but it's too hard.
Ooh, I don't know.
Is your thumb acrylic?
No, it's real nails.
Do you shape your? Do you take the time to like sand it, or you?
Yeah, I occasionally. Yeah.
Because I just started getting back into using nails, and there's a lot of
right on.
maintenance involved. Because if you, I don't know, there's a way to shape it so you can get like tone. I actually don't play with nails correctly, I guess. If you.
Oh wow.
So, ever since I got back into it, it's been hard to use a pick. I usually play with a pick,
Oh, I see.
and I don't know. I feel like just using nails the whole time, but it's
Yours
different
are
on the
pretty
guitar.
long.
Yeah, I have to shave. I have to sand mine pretty soon. Yep.
Who was some of your teachers?
My elementary school music teacher, the after school ukulele class. Her name was Miss Hewlin. She helped me start off, helped me pick up the ukulele and start off like, we didn't really get into strumming at first. We basically did picking and learned Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I believe, is the first song I ever learned.
But like after that, like later on, like more recently, have you has anybody like helped mentor you, or you just pretty much just did it on your own?
Majority of it, I did take Roy Sukuma classes for about 2 years, and that sort of helped me with like strumming and having that transition to get into the next chord onto next. Yeah, I think, and the rest of it I self-taught.
Have you done recordings yet?
One time, but I'm still in the process of trying to finish that original song, Midnight Rush.
Yeah, originals are hard
Yeah, they are.
to finish. They're hard to finish.
Let's hear it. Let's record it right now.
All right.
Sneak peek. Or...
All right, this is Midnight Rush. There's a little sample of that. Thank you.
Right on, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So what number original is that for you? Is that like your kind of your first
That's
one?
like my very first one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how long have you been working on that one for?
I first composed this song back in 2019.
Cool.
I went to Berklee College of Music for the summer for about 5 weeks. It was like a summer intensive program, and you know I had a roommate of mine who wanted to work on a song or collaborate, and so I haven't really done anything or created anything. So what I just it was like on the very last night of that program, we had to also pack up, and on top of that we just started recording something. I created a little melody, and then that's how Midnight Rush was created.
Right on.
It's also called Midnight Rush because we were packing after midnight, and the song was after also midnight. So and we were also rushing. So that's how the song became Midnight Rush.
So how was it being in like an environment like that at, what was it, you said Berklee?
Yeah, Berklee.
Like with other people, like other instruments and people who come from classical backgrounds. Like, did they kind of freak out when you put out an ukulele from your case?
Yeah, I had to actually take guitar classes because they did not have any ukulele class. So when I took out my ukulele, they're all looking at me like,
what is that funny looking mini guitar that she has?
What's that banjo?
It's like I think by now they know what an ukulele is, but
Yeah.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
What is that? A 5-week? That's like a.
It was like a summer intensive program for 5 weeks. Like it's more like a tryout, see how you like the college, music college.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you learn anything?
Somewhat. I did make some connections, which is that's like the also important part.
Yeah. It's a lot of being around a bunch of other people
Yeah.
trying to become musicians.
Yeah, everyone's so talented. It was kind of overwhelming because you get like the a different side of the world. Oh, not really, but like
oh, that's right. Because it's like everybody.
yeah, everyone from
Everybody
all
from
over,
everywhere.
like 70 plus countries, like out of 1,000 students.
Did you learn how to read music, Kapono?
Nope, never.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, probably like the very basic. Because
Basic stuff, right?
Yeah, I did take. I'm currently in Winmore Community College, and I did take a piano course, and so I had to like
You
learn
have to learn.
Yeah, I had to read the notes and learn how to read partially of it.
I wonder how many of our watchers read music, you know? Like most ukulele players I know don't. But
Yeah.
tell us in the comments if you read music or if you
If you're a proficient
don't.
reader of music sheets, whatever you call it.
I just hear it, I don't read it.
I remember I was forced because I had to. I mean, I didn't have to. I took it upon myself to learn the Bach violin stuff, and I wanted to play it as accurately as possible. So I took the sheets, the original, not original score, but the modern composition, or what do you call the modern version of the two violin pieces I learned, and I had to learn it. And I looked at it. I was like, "What is this?" And I went step by step. I wrote all the notes out above everything and kind of translated it to what it would sound like on an ukulele. This is when remember watching the Chris Thiele mandolin
Yeah.
videos?
Was it the Presto?
Yeah. So I had to read. Yeah, right. There's no way I can play it anymore.
You
But
can.
It'll take.
Yeah.
That's all.
But I had to like reading music is hard. A lot of people would be like, "No, it's not." Like, where did you graduate from? Oh, I went to Juilliard. And I was like, yeah, see, that's why you know how to. Oh, I mean, it takes a lot of experience, and you have to be kind of a genius to go there.
You don't, I mean, you just have to have learned it. It's like, I feel like if they taught it in, first grade, like.
Right. Yeah. And I think they do. I think you go through like a.
I wasn't taught to read music. When they teach you, how to make, sentence like, all the grammar stuff you learn in school and all that kind of stuff. It's like if it was like right there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Then it would be second nature for us to read music. But
remember because I went to LCC. I did like this music. I was gonna get into music, for whatever it's called, the music major, and then the piano. I guess I don't know if she was the head or not, but she was one of the main, if not the main piano person there in college. And I remember trying to learn one of my other favorite Bach pieces, and I brought it to her. Like a week before, I'm like struggling, like, okay, whatever. I heard the piece before, and I tried to match it with the score and whatever. And she's like, "Oh, Corey, what are you gonna try to cover?" I was like, "Oh, this one." She puts it in front of her and just starts playing it immediately. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, I think that's how it sounds." I was like, "That's exactly how it sounds." Like, how do you? She's like, "Oh, I know how to sight." She went to Juilliard. She was.
But it is a beautiful thing to watch as like somebody can just
12 people in a row brought music to her, and she's like, "Oh, I think this is what it sounds like." Everybody's just like,
yeah, I mean that's
What?
what it is. Yeah.
"Yeah." To this day, it just frustrates me. Like, man, I don't know how do you get to that level?
I feel like there's a lot of people that say that about you.
I don't.
Okay, why don't you guys play another song for us?
Okay.
Yeah.
play a classic.
Oh, before you guys get into that, Corey, talk about the guitar that you're playing.
So the guitar I've been jamming on. This is one of my favorites, even though it's happens to be a Spruce top. I'm a fan of Spruce. I just don't play it often. I have a bunch of Spruce top instruments. My main guitar is actually a Spruce. Well, two of my main guitars.
You never said you didn't like Spruce.
I don't know. Some people. I had somebody even tell me they're like, "You're not a big fan of Spruce." I'm like, "Yes."
I guess you have talked about cedar quite a bit.
Yeah, been giving too much love to the cedar tops, but I love Spruce because of a lot of clarity that comes out of here, especially this. This is the M52 solid Sitka Spruce top with Taiwanese acacia laminate back and sides. Very similar to Koa wood if you look at it. I mean, it's probably the same species. First time Kali and I opened it, we're like, I'm pretty sure that's Koa.
I was like, no.
I mean, look at it. Just look at the coloring and this is the Traveler series, so it's like right in between a single and double O size, which is a pretty small size. If you look at right behind me, I don't know if that's in the shot. That's a double O right there, and a single O is even smaller than that. This is like right in between that. Scale length is. It's not like those Martin backpacker or smaller scale length instruments. This actually is almost like a triple O scale, if I'm not mistaken. So you get really good sustain, you get really good response, especially on the treble side. Every time I play this, people are like, is that really coming out of that guitar, that sound? But yeah, you get really good amount of volume from here. Same cutaway, you get that. It's not like a traditional cutaway, it's like an offset shoulder to where this is just a little bit lower and will act like a cutaway. You have the 12th fret here, you get 15 and 17. All these frets up here are accessible. Really good intonation too. This is a good contender to the GS Mini series if you're familiar with Taylor. Same thing, solid top, laminate mahogany back and sides, or laminate acacia back and sides for $5.99. Doesn't really get any better than that. This is a really good couch guitar. I find myself playing this size a lot when I'm just kicking back, watching TV.
It's a big sound for a small price.
Yeah, compared to I play the M200, the solid rosewood back and sides, but I mean, this is a good workhorse guitar too if you're looking for something not too expensive. Something that'll sound good too. These I restrung with Elixir Phosphor Bronze light string, so really nice sparkle. The high end really warm too. One thing I like about Spruce tops is when you're strumming and stuff, it doesn't really get muddy. You can hear all parts of the chord that you're playing. It's not too loud either. It's not overwhelming in volume. There's a lot of good dynamic too if you're doing like really loud stuff. And then if you want to kind of tone it back and do like really soft, delicate kind of picking or strumming. Versatile guitar. Really good low end. Yeah. The M52.
Well,
Oh, man.
Did you take it? Is that good?
Kapono, tell people how to get a hold of you or stay in touch.
You can follow my Instagram at Kapono W Music. My TikTok, same thing, Kapono W Music. I hardly post on YouTube, but you can also follow that, I guess, at Kapono Wong.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. Aloha.
Aloha.